Yo, what's good, man? It's your boy Cam with the 80 and 2 show. Uh, as you can see, man, it's just me today, solo dolo. You feel me? Um, we had a lot of other topics planned today, but we're just gonna be talking about the college football rankings today. Since it's just me, I want to say the big show for when everybody here. So hopefully, we can get everybody here next week. But let's go ahead and get it. Let's go ahead and get it popping, man. Uh, College football rankings. The first edition of them came out um Tuesday. Tuesday, I believe. And oh, oh, it's the wrong one. My fault. It's the wrong one. I seen Tennessee at one. I started tripping. Oh, let me go back. Tennessee at one. What a crazy time that was, man. When they beat Bama. When they beat Bama that year, had me thinking they was really gonna do something that year, man. Let me see if I can get it. 25. I'm just trying to find the picture. It's should do. Yeah, that's it. Okay. 1 second. 1 second. All right, there you go. I don't know if y'all can see that, but this might be a better picture. But yeah, man, these are college football rankings. The first edition came out November 4th on a Tuesday. And man, my favorite team is the Ohio State University. So, number one, I feel like we've been playing well all season. The argument against us is that quote unquote we ain't played nobody, that we haven't had any competent defenses. But it's fine because they said that last year and Ohio State went on to win the national championship. I've been saying it till I was blue in the face in the chat that Julian saying as much as they want to say about him, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the nation. And when you got guys like Jeremiah Smith, Cardell Tate, you got Max Klepp on the tight end spot, you got Brandon Ennis on that third wide receiver spot, and we're gonna get the run game together, man, with Bo Jackson back there, C.J. Donaldson, James Peoples. Hopefully we can get that together. And that defense, is going to be the defense, man. Number one defense in the country. Downs. You got Lorenzo Styles. You got Sonny Styles. You got Arvell Reese. You got Caden Curry, man. You just got guys back there. Igbinosa, you got guys back there who's going to do their job for you, man. And let's talk. So I agree with number one. Everybody should agree with number one. You feel me? But I know a lot of people don't. But number two is the Indiana Hoosiers, man. And when I tell you, last year when everybody seen Indiana do this good, they thought it was a fluke. They thought it was, a one-time thing with Kurt Cinetti. But Kurt Cinetti, I tell you, man, he's one of the best coaches in the world, bro. And it shows, man. It shows year after year what he did to James Madison, to what he's doing now. Uh, on a side note, I'm sorry. GTA 6 been delayed to November 19th, 2026. Terrible. But yeah, Indiana, I think they deserve that number two ranking. Uh, one of the three undefeated teams in the top three. I think they're a better team than Texas A&M, honestly. But you can really toss them up. I think that's a 50-50 matchup. Do I think Indiana could compete with Ohio State? We kind of seen one happen last year. It wasn't a blowout, but it wasn't a close game either. Uh, so we'll kind of see that, but we'll probably see that in the Big Ten championship if everything plays out. But yeah, but that number one, number two spot, I agree. Number three, I also agree, man. Texas A&M just had one of their biggest wins of the season, and I know this has been a down year for LSU, right? But to go into Death Valley and to do what they did, to do put up how much they put up 50 plus on on LSU, who was supposed to be a national championship contender this year, and unfortunately, things have not gone well for the LSU Tigers. You know, the Brian Kelly got fired, and hold on, 1 second. My fault, guys. I was just reading something, but yeah, Texas A&M winning the Death Valley, won by um I think 40 plus, not 40 plus. I'm sorry, won by 20 plus, 49-25. Great game. Went into Death Valley and play like the top three team in the country, which I believe they are. They've showed me different this season. You know, they got Missouri up next. They got South Carolina. They got Sanford, and then they got Texas, who will be their toughest game on the schedule. Who they got Texas, who will be their toughest game on the schedule. I think that'd be a great game right now. The ESPN prediction have Texas beating them, which I find kind of surprising. But Texas has been better this year. It's making Ohio State's record look better. But yeah, I agree. Oscar, I agree with the number three ranking. And number four, we were talking about it. I think Alabama has really improved since the start of the season, losing that game to FSU, who has plummeted this season. But to bounce back the way they did, and they beat Wisconsin, who's a decent team. They beat Georgia, who were number 5 in the country, and this was a game that we kind of expected Georgia to assert their dominance. This is like a down year for Bama. We expected them to prove it to us why they're Georgia. And they failed to do that, in my opinion. They failed to do that, and Alabama took advantage of it, once again owning the University of Georgia in football. And then they went on to beat Vanderbilt, getting that revenge back from last year. Then they beat Missouri. Then they handled Tennessee. Then they had a pretty close game against South Carolina. And the remaining schedule, they have Oklahoma, where they got LSU, Oklahoma, and Auburn. I expect them to win out and be in the SEC championship, meet up with Texas A&M. I do think the Oklahoma game will be a close game, especially with John Mateer, getting back in the feel of things. I think it'd be whew, I think that'd be a little bit of a closer game than a lot of people expecting. But that Auburn game, the Iron Bowl, man, them rivalry games you always got to worry about. Obviously, I have Bama winning, but you just got to worry about them games, man. So I'm expecting Bama to in the country. If they can keep up their play, they will continue to have a bye. Uh, man, number 5. So I agree with that number 4 spot with Bama. Number 5 spot. we were arguing about this in the chat that certain teams deserve to be over Georgia, which I disagree. The only team that you can argue is probably BYU, and that's because they're undefeated. That's the only reason. But um, as I look at it, I don't. They beat Ole Miss. Um, I don't see Texas Tech being better than Georgia. It's a lot of. I think Georgia's right by where they belong in the top five. Um, it's been very close games with Georgia this season. They even kind of struggle with Austin P, which is a crazy thing to say. But they're they're close games, but they're winning the games. They beat Tennessee in OT. They lost to Bama by 3, of course. Then they went on to beat Kentucky. Had a close game with Auburn until the second half. Close game with Ole Miss until the second half. Ole Miss didn't in the fourth quarter. Ole Miss didn't feel like scoring no more, and Georgia scored 17 unanswered. Had a close game with Florida last week. Then they played Mississippi State, who has been kind of better than I expected. I expected them to not win the game this year, but I don't expect them to beat Georgia. But then they have two tough matchups in Texas and Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech suffered their first loss. I'll get to them in a bit, but they suffered their first loss to NC State. NC State, they're a tough team, but I don't think they're a team that should have beat, a undefeated Georgia Tech at the time. Defense couldn't stop a nosebleed, but I still think that Georgia game will be very close. And that Texas game, man, I really think you can call it down the middle. Because Texas, the way they have been looking, they've been improving. Arch has been improving. So yeah, I think that would be a close game, but I do expect Georgia to win out and still be that top 5 team, top 6 team, and be in the college football championship, not championship, be in the college football playoffs handily. So yeah, I agree with that number 5 spot, and that number 6 spot, Ole Miss. I do agree with that, but I will say their best win. Well, their best win is Oklahoma. The best one is Oklahoma, but I think BYU should be in front of Ole Miss. But I know the SEC, the SEC bias. It gets talked about a lot. But I'm not mad with Ole Miss being a 6. I think they're a great team. I think they will also win out and be in the college football playoffs. So not too much to Chambliss has been great. He's been great. What's his name? The wide receiver, I forgot his name. Harrison Wallace. I think he's great. He's been good for him. And also Keywin Lacey, running back, 13 touchdowns, 800 plus yards. He's been great for him also. So I expect them to win out and compete in the college football playoffs. So I agree with that 6 spot, but we're gonna move on to number 7. Number 7, BYU. BYU. See, here's the thing about BYU, right? BYU, number 7 team in the nation, undefeated, right? I have this conversation about strength of schedule all the time with, a few of the guys that love the SEC teams. They say BYU doesn't have a tough win, but if we look at early in the season, BYU wasn't ranked. They wasn't expected to be the number 7 team in the country. They were number 25 in week 4. And they slowly been climbing ever since, man. They beat a pretty good Utah team at the time. They beat Iowa State, who was ranked early in the season. And this Saturday, They have a tough game coming up against Texas Tech, who is at the number 8 spot. They have a tough game against them, and I think that'd be a close game. I have their defense for Texas Tech, man, is great, but I have Texas Tech winning, man. I think Texas Tech defense is gonna carry them that game. 'Cause the linebacker duo and the defense is pretty good. It's pretty good. But yeah, I agree with that 7 spot, and if they win, I think they should be above Ole Miss. Same thing goes for Texas Tech. I'm not gonna spend too much time on Texas Tech. If they win against BYU Saturday, I think they should move past Ole Miss as well. But yeah, that defense for Texas Tech has been great this season. They've they got an 8 turnover ratio. They got 10 picks. They got 12 fumbles. They just cause turnovers, man. They just cause turnovers. They play great ball. I love how they play. But yeah, I agree with that. The number 8 spot in Texas Tech, not 8, is it 8? I can't see. Yeah, I agree with that number 8 spot in Texas Tech. And talk about that number 9 spot with Oregon. Oregon, let's see. Oregon's best win was against Penn State at the time, and Penn State was ranked top 4 in the country for a minute. There you go. It's a it's 1-3 in the building, aka Dewan in the building, man.
What the business is? What the
Appreciate
business is?
appreciate you for joining the show, man. Feel me? I don't know where everybody at, man. Disappeared on us, man. But we just talking about the college football rankings right now. You
What's
do
up?
you
Talk to me.
you agree through? I just got done speaking on Texas Tech. Do you agree through 1 through 8? You got any gripes with that?
The only thing I got a problem with, I ain't gonna say I got necessarily got a problem with. Um, I like Texas A&M. Um, Bama has picked it up, but I'm just not really sold on Indiana though. Like they had the same type of run last year, then got to the playoffs and got exposed. I'm just not. I just feel like it's gonna be another one of those things.
Yeah, I remember that playoff for last year, man. When they finally faced Ohio State in the regular season, they lost. Everybody said they were frauds, but I think this is a different year, man. I think they're gonna compete in the playoffs. I think they're gonna give the Buckeyes a run for their money in the conference championship.
You
If
you think
they,
so?
yeah, I don't want them to, but I think they will.
Let me see who else I got on here. Ole Miss being that Ole Miss is okay. I think BYU is just that low because BYU still undefeated, right?
There you know. I was just talking about that.
Yeah, I think they're just that low because they're undefeated. I mean, I can keep them right there. I ain't gonna knock them too much. They playing good ball. Now the one I'm still not sold on is that team ranked number 10. Still not sold on those guys.
Notre Dame.
Still
Yeah,
not sold on those guys. Not gonna lie, bro.
yeah, I know a lot of people been talking about that ranking because Miami being at 18. But I was telling JC in the chat earlier. I don't know if you've seen it, but Notre Dame, ever since them 2 losses they had to Texas A&M, who the number 3 team in the country, and Miami, number 18, they've been they've been dominating. They beat USC. Their best win. They've been playing great ball. In Miami, they 1-2 their last 3 games. So Miami played themselves out the playoffs, in my opinion. I think Notre Dame is they continue to roll.
Yeah, 'cause I don't think that early loss to Miami really gonna impact Notre really didn't impact Notre Dame that much. Um, that loss to SMU hurt,
Yeah.
and who else did they lose to? They lost to what's the Louisville. I remember that game.
hmm Yeah, it's Louisville a good team, and
The U back, man. The U is back.
they back every season, man. They back every season, man. I was telling them Miami was going Miami, and they did what they do.
You did say that. I gotta give flowers. You did say that for sure.
That's exactly what they do. In the month of November, Mario Cristobal, he's a different level.
I think I think when it's time for Miami try to lean, they try to be this pro style offense that try to lean on that run so much. But when it's time to put that ball in the air, things get a little shaky. When it's mandatory for that ball to go in the air, yeah, things get a little shaky.
Yeah, because Carson Beck, he was playing well, on Heisman track to start the season, but these last couple of weeks, he been looking bad for bro.
Yeah, 'cause I think the last. All right, so I'm looking at it right now. Last couple games he threw for. All right, the last three games he threw for 271, 189, and 274.
Mhm. Yeah, it just he cost him the game, and SMU threw that pick last play of the game.
Bonehead pick two. He did not even have to throw that.
Exactly, man. I was on his side where everybody was saying it was his fault at Georgia, but he making me look bad. I can't even say that no more. But yeah, I think Miami they played themselves out of the playoffs. I don't think they make it no more.
Oh no, most definitely not. Nah, what they need to even be qualified for the playoffs, they need a whole bunch of teams to get. Yeah, they need too much.
Yeah, it's a lot of chaos that gotta happen. Oregon gotta start losing. Ohio State gotta lose. Indiana gotta lose. Everybody gotta lose. Everybody but them gotta lose some games. And I don't see that happening.
But what? Let me see the game. Let me see the games this week. Let me see the game this week.
I
Uh,
know BYU play Texas Tech. I know that's the biggest game on the schedule.
yeah, because Indiana play Penn State.
Now I don't even, I don't even want to get on Penn State, man.
Oh my God, yes, bro. Hey, I don't know what they problem is, bro. I can't even pinpoint what the problem is now.
I don't know what happened, bro. Because I was high on Penn State this year, even though I called them pretenders in the year, but that was just me, being an Ohio State fan. But I really thought this was a year that they was gonna actually compete, and it turns out they just frauds. They was frauds, like I said, they was pretenders. James Franklin, I don't think he deserved to be fired though, but
That's what I'm saying. I don't think everybody thinking it's the coach. Everybody they got rid of Franklin is ain't nothing changed. Still the same thing.
still the same thing. They got beat bad by Ohio State. They kept it close for a little bit, but then second half, I don't think they scored second half. So not Carson Beck, Drew Allen got hurt, so that ain't helping the case at all. But hey, man, Penn State, they got to find a new coach. I don't think they're gonna find one better than James Franklin unless Kurt Sinetti, even though he just signed an extension, unless he want to go there. But I don't see that happening. So I don't know what Penn State gonna do.
Don't know what they're gonna do either. It's who surprised me honestly was Texas A&M. I didn't know they were gonna play this
Yeah,
good. Marcel Reed, yeah, I gotta give respect. I did not expect that from that guy.
shout out,
I did not expect him to play this well.
shout out to Marcel Reed, man, Nashville legend. Shout out to
Oh, he from
Marcel
Nashville.
Nashville. He from the Ville, man. He from the Ville. I watched him in high school, man. He was nice.
But what wasn't he? He was the backup last year until they switched it. But I remember last year when they switched quarterbacks mid season, they were playing Florida.
Uh,
Bro, you would have thought bro was Lamar Jackson. He was like Lamar Jackson reincarnated back when he played against Florida.
nah, Marcel, yeah, he like that, man. I really liked him. When he was here, and when he went to Texas A&M, I didn't really think he was gonna start his first year, obviously, because I forgot what quarterback they had. It was Connor or something? I think it was Connor or something.
Yeah,
But
what I'm saying. I don't no. I can't remember who exactly the quarterback was, but when I seen the game, I'm like, man, when he started playing good, I'm like, but they should have been starting him the whole time. Who is this guy?
yeah, I don't know why they didn't, but yeah, man, they surprised me too. I thought they was gonna lose against Notre Dame to start the season, but hey, they been rolling. They just uh went to Death Valley, beat LSU pretty bad.
Oh, they. That's another team that disappointed me,
Man,
bro. Oh my god, the portal, the talent they obtained through the portal was crazy, bro,
yeah,
and just couldn't click. I don't understand how that couldn't click, bro.
oh man, it's Brian Kelly. I blame Brian Kelly, but I don't know. Gary Nussmeier too. He wasn't looking like how he looked last year either. So
Oh, I remember. Hey, hold on now. I remember you was one of those guys that said Gary
hey,
Nussmeier for Heisman. I remember that too. Don't act
hey
like that.
man, I was high. I was high on Nussmeier. I must have been high. I must have been high because I thought he was going. I thought he was gonna do the same thing he did last season. He looked consistent. He looked great. He had accuracy, but I just don't know what happened, bro. And thus we trusted, man.
And Nuss we trust. I ain't never heard that one. That one nothing new.
And thus we trusted, man. That's what me and Cole was saying. Nah, I don't even want to talk about LSU because it's terrible. It's terrible. I don't know what they gonna do either.
I don't know what they gonna do, man. They better hit that portal again. Really? Nah, I don't really think they. Wait, Gary Nussmeier. This is senior year, ain't it?
This is last year.
He a red shirt senior or just a senior?
I think red shirt team.
Uh,
Yes, I think this might be his last year.
yeah, that guy went out like that, man. I was so high on Gary Nussmeier. I tried to tell y'all, bro. Tried to tell y'all.
I thought he was gonna be good, man. But hey, man, you got any Group 5 teams that you looking at making the playoff?
Group of 5 teams.
Mm,
Um, crazy group of crazy. BYU was a group of 5 team like a year or two ago.
yeah,
A group of 5 team. Let me think. Let me think. Who was just? It was one of those. I think it was Navy.
Navy.
Navy was playing. I think Navy might slip in there. I mean, they are in the American.
Yeah.
American get a good amount of pub to make the playoffs.
Mm.
Um, I'm not seeing no other group of 5. I say
That's
nothing in the MAC, nothing in the Mountain West. Wait, Mountain West.
nah, ain't
San Diego State.
nah,
Nah,
nah, man. They've been
nah.
playing. They've been playing good this season. I don't see them making the playoff. Even if they win out, I don't see them making the playoff.
Mm, yeah, yeah. Got a point there. But nah, only thing that could slip in there would be Navy, and that can actually probably compete.
Navy, yeah. So I guess you'll have to stop that run because that's all they're gonna do.
Bro. When I say them type of games be so bored, bro. We just played the school. We just played the school, bro, and they literally threw the ball 4 times in the whole football game, bro.
That's crazy.
You know how boring that game was, bro. I was so ready for that game to get over with.
I would have been bored watching it. I know you was coaching, probably bored.
Man, yes, bro. So I think they starting receiver probably got 102 yards on the whole season.
He need to go to a different school.
Man,
He want that right. He got to go to a different school.
my thing is, how do you even get recruited? I just want to know how you get recruited for those schools. Like, I've never seen nobody, like, I've never seen Army come by a school and be like, yeah, I want to offer this kid.
I don't know. I thought you had to sign up to go for it, but I guess they recruit you. Then you sign up. So, I don't know, man. Because I wouldn't want to do it. Because all they do is run the ball.
I mean, yeah, you would love it if you was a running back. I would love it.
But the quarterback get more touches down.
Yeah, I know that's a boring game to even like. That was a boring game to even scout. Like, let alone watch it. Like, imagine trying to watch film, trying to develop. Bro, all they did was pin and pull, sweep, midline, dive, quarterback. Man, bro, they got so many trick plays out of that. That's crazy.
Man, I don't even watch Navy or Army football, bro, because it's boring. They break up big runs every now and then, but
Yeah, they'll allow you to sleep for sure, just so
man,
they'll pop one too.
they quarterback. I'm sitting here looking at they quarterback got 926 yards rushing.
That's what I'm saying. It's only week 8.
That's crazy. He got more than most running backs.
Hey, so all right, question. Since we on this topic,
Yep.
you think Isaiah Horton made a bad decision going to Bama?
I think he did. I think he did because he was like the number 3 receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, number 4, around that. Because he wasn't Bernard. He showed you, last season he was probably gonna be the most reliable in the season. And Ryan Williams, we know what type of talent he got. So I don't know. He got like 5 touchdowns this season?
Yeah, somewhere around there. I think Ryan Williams. Mm, Ryan Williams slowly starting to prove me right, man.
Hey,
Slowly starting to prove me right, man.
I already knew he was overrated. Comparing him to my GOAT Jeremiah Smith is kind of crazy, but
They both on the cover, bro. They was both basically high school seniors killing the college game. And
yeah.
even then, bro, Ryan didn't even go over 1,000.
Nah, he had like 800.
And
He
he
had
made the
800.
cover, bro. I tell you, boy, the media pushed me crazy, bro.
Hey man, I think he'll be They overhyped him a little bit, talking about he was gonna be like a generational receiver and all that. But I think he'd be a great slot guy.
You know what he remind me of?
Who?
He reminds me of a college Jackson Smith and Jigba.
I don't know. You know what,
That's a
man?
stretch. That's a stretch.
Man, you know what Jason Smith and Jigba did, man? In that Rose
But
Bowl, 347.
okay,
Rose
all
Bowl.
right, yeah, we know what. All right, so play. All right, we know what he did, but play style
They style
and
wise,
where you can line him up at and him be effective, bro. That he kind of looked like Jackson Smith and Jigba, bro.
I see it. Jason Smith and Jigba, man, he mostly, you know, dangerous from the slot. He can play outside, but I always preferred him in the slot. But hopefully, Ryan can get like that, man. That'd be great. That'd be great to see.
Let me see who else on this list. Mizzou. How you feel about Mizzou?
I think they're overrated. I think they're
Mizzou?
overrated because they in the SEC. Yeah. Should they be ranked?
I mean, they only lost to Bama and Vandy. They play Texas A&M this weekend though.
I think Texas A&M gonna steamroll in this game, bro.
Where the game at? Hold on, let me see where the game at. Oh, the game in Texas A&M. Yeah, that's dead. Yeah, that's cool.
They gonna
If it was in
steam.
Mizzou, I would think they would probably had a chance. But no.
Yeah, I I like Mizzou when they did we played Mizzou. We played Mizzou in the Cotton Bowl one year, and they beat us. Ever since then, it's been slowly going downhill for them, bro. But I think they're a little overrated. I think Washington and Tennessee should be above them.
Uh, I ain't never been high on those Tennessee guys.
Hey, Tennessee.
Just me being a Florida guy, I don't really rock Tennessee anyway. Forget
Yeah.
Rocky Top.
Oh, speaking of Florida. Oh,
Hey man, hey,
hey,
don't need to talk about it, man. Hey man, don't need to talk about
Billy,
it, man.
Billy gone, man. DJ looking like you looking mid. What's going on, man?
You know what I'm saying. Over the course of the season, you lose so much. You start to lose. I ain't gonna say you start to lose confidence, but you don't go out there with that same fire every week as you
Yeah,
do. So man, losing back to back like that, like same thing that just happened with my Jets, man. Like we just traded away Sauce Gardner, which I mean, and that's I'm not necessarily mad about it because Sauce wasn't giving nothing after really year two. Sauce wasn't giving nothing, bro. Sauce just out there.
but Quentin
Sauce was
Williams though,
like, yeah, I don't know what we were thinking. I don't know what we were thinking. Quitting Williams, like,
time to rebuild, man.
got to start at the quarterback position. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Hey, I got Justin Fields, man. That's my guy.
I mean, hey, we got to get some weapons around him though. Like, we can't keep saying, yeah, that's Justin Fields. We got to get some weapons to him. Get him somebody to throw the ball to.
I mean, Garrett got hurt, man, but
Bro, and exactly. You know who our backups are? Alan Lazard,
yeah,
Josh Reynolds.
hey, that's bad. That's bad. That's bad. You gotta give him some more weapons. But man, the Jets, I don't. That's just a terrible franchise, man. I feel bad for you being a Jets fan, but
Chill out, man. You gotta do me like that, bro.
I feel bad for you being a Jets fan, man. Cause it's like, uh, what what week was they when Justin Fields? He had a great game.
That was week one versus the Steelers.
Yeah, week one, and did he just have he had another one after getting benched, right? On my tripping,
Uh,
I might be tripping, but I thought he had another one after he got benched.
oh no.
But
Right,
yeah,
but hey, man, you just stop watching that stuff, man. Just catch the highlights, man. See what we did. But yeah, after week five, bro, I start watching the game. 'Cause I like maybe I'm the problem. Maybe because we lose it because I'm watching.
that's how I used to feel with the Broncos. Hey man, we back on track. Back on
Yeah,
track now.
y'all are actually playing good, better
I
than I
know,
expected.
I know. They playing better than I expected too. If you told me we was competing for the division, I wouldn't believe. But how you
Have y'all
feel?
played Kansas City in the regular season yet?
Nah, I think we playing next week. Maybe it's next week. Let me check. We playing. What's it called? We playing the Raiders right now. I don't know who we play next week. Oh, we play the Chiefs next week.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so if we win that game, it's wraps. We don't won the division. Yeah, because all we got is we got the Chiefs, the Raiders, and then the Chiefs. So yeah, I think the division will wrap if we win the next game against the Chiefs. Where it go? I was gonna see how you feel about Washington. I don't know if you're watching and watch the football this year.
I haven't. Well, I ain't gonna lie, I haven't watching. I haven't watched a lot of Washington football. What you seen from 'em? Cam?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. My stuff is tweaking. My Wi-Fi be tweaking on my PC sometimes. And I was gonna ask you how you feel about Louisville. You know, say beat the U.
Oh, I mean, uh, Louisville. I ain't really got nothing. I ain't got nothing bad to say about Louisville, honestly.
Oh,
Didn't expect them to beat Miami though. I thought Miami gonna easily win that game, being that they was playing at home too.
yeah.
But nah, Louisville. I ain't got nothing bad to say about Louisville, honestly.
I
Think they
don't,
trying to steal their way in there too.
hey, they might make it. They in the the ACC been looking weak this year.
Man, they still got Arch at number 11, man. And Arch we trust, huh?
Nah, is that 11? Yeah, that's 11. He been looking good these last 2 weeks though. I can't even hate. They simplified the offense for him though, so you know they ain't gonna tell you that, but he been looking better though. He been looking better. But Texas at 11, I don't know. I don't know. I guess they should be above Oklahoma since they beat them, but I don't know. Texas, they've been too inconsistent for me this year.
Oh, brother. Don't get me started on them, boy.
Oh, Texas,
Yes, bro. You
like,
never
man,
know
go.
what we never week in and week out. You never know who you're gonna get.
Nah, you don't know. Hopefully, hopefully they keep winning, so you know our resume could look better. But you know they gonna hate on us regardless.
They gonna hate on y'all.
They gonna hate on Ohio State regardless, man.
So wait, Ryan Day back to back.
Ryan Day back to back, man. Yes, sir.
That's the
I
movement.
honestly, me being unbiased, I don't see a team that's like on Ohio State's level. Maybe not Indiana, but Texas A&M maybe, but I don't see another team on Ohio State's level, especially with them opening up the offense for Julian. I don't
Hmm.
see it.
We gotta get that guy Cornell more involved, man.
Who?
Cornell Tate.
Hey, he been getting involved, man. He been getting involved. It's been looking great over there, man. Him and Jeremiah, that's best two, in my opinion. You know, I may be biased, but I think they're the best two receivers in the country.
They say
Easily, man. Easily.
best two in the country.
Best in the country. I think that's one and two.
Uh, uh, that's a tough statement. Ain't gonna lie. Can't
See,
think of can't think of another 1-2 punch like that though.
see, exactly. Can't. Who you gonna say? You gonna say McCollum?
Nah.
I can't. I've been trying to. I've been thinking about the last couple of days, man. I'm like, is there really a if Cardell Tate one on these teams, will he be the number one guy? And yeah,
Mm,
I think he'd be number one for every other team.
absolutely. He just, you know what I'm saying? You got to take a, which hasn't been, which only thing is, wish if they got him the targets, if they got him more targets, think he'll see lot more explosive plays, a lot more big plays, a lot more him
Cardell.
showing his game.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because they've been these last two, like last 3 weeks, man. We've been getting them open on them on the explosive plays, man. He been going up and getting that ball. He a great contested catch guy. I didn't expect him to be given his size, but yeah, he go up and get it.
Oh yeah, absolutely, my type of guy.
Yeah, he like that, man. I had some guys tell me he wasn't, but you know, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, man. That's. I didn't even see. I didn't even see that. It was at 21. I didn't even see that at 21. I don't want to speak on 21. So get me upset. But I don't agree with them being 21. But hopefully,
Them
hopefully,
boy, the big blue, go big blue. What they say, go blue?
yeah, yeah. But we don't understand blue over here. You feel
Y'all
me?
sell versus them every year, bro. Like y'all, Michigan had D. If any team to lose to Michigan, it shouldn't have been last year.
Hey, it shouldn't have been, man. But it's a mental thing, man. I don't know how else you can cut it, man. It's just a mental thing. Because the play calling was bad. Even though Chip
Mm-hmm.
Kelly is a great play caller, but in that game, I don't know what he was thinking. You got two top 10 picks in the defensive line, and you choose to run inside most of the game instead of throwing it to Abuka and Jeremiah, which I didn't understand, but they going stuff happens. Stuff happens. So this year, hopefully, is the year. We beat them. Get back on our little streak that we had, the 10-year streak that we had. But yeah, I don't like Bryce Underwood at all. Have you seen him?
Mm-mm.
You ever
I
seen
haven't.
Bryce Underwood?
But who?
Bryce Underwood?
Oh, mm-mm. I haven't.
Nah, he don't look good in my opinion, but I hear a lot of talk about him being better than Arch, and you know he got the potential to be better than a lot of these guys, but I don't see it because he's not too accurate. Of course, that's gonna come with time, but I may be biased. Maybe hey, where we go? Maybe my stuff's tweaking. I think it's tweaking. Let's see. Who haven't I talked about? I haven't talked about Oregon. I thought I talked about Oregon, but let me talk about Oregon real quick, man. They ranked at number 9. Oregon's been a mixed bag this year. They beat Penn State at the time, who was number 3. Their best win right now is against a decent Northwestern team. Uh, do I think they deserve to be a 9? Yeah, why not? I think they will play up to their number 9 ranking. Let's see who they have the rest of the season. Let's see, Oregon 7-1. They have they have a decent little schedule coming up. They got Iowa next week. Iowa's ranked number 20th. They got Minnesota, and they got USC, who's ranked number 19th, and they got Washington, who's ranked number 23. I think they won out, but that Iowa's game is going to be difficult because Iowa's defense, say what you want about Iowa and their offense, but their defense is always elite. It's on some of the best in college football, in my opinion. And I think that'll be a close game. But other than that, I expect them to be USC. I expect them to be Washington, and be in the college football playoffs. Notre Dame, controversial. We was talking. Me and Dewan, we was talking about that earlier. If you was tuned in, um, Notre Dame, I expect them to be in the college football playoffs, but I think their ranking is going to go down to where they could miss it because of the um because of them being independent. I think this would be a time that them being independent would have a effect on them. Because let's say if Texas wins against Georgia, I think Notre Dame will go down a few spots. If Oklahoma, if they keep winning, I think Notre Dame will go down there. Maybe Louisville, maybe they pick up another big win and they go past Notre Dame. So I think this is a time that Notre Dame being independent is gonna bite them. But at the same time, I think Notre Dame will kind of make it. I see them making it. You know, these rankings they give you rankings based off name value sometimes. So I see on the ESPN playoff predictor they got a 47% chance of making playoffs, which would if they won out it goes to 71. So hmm, something like that, man. I don't know. I disagree. I don't think I think they'll make it, but barely. But yeah, Notre Dame. I think they're a pretty good football team though. Um, let's talk about Texas, man. Let's talk about Stark, Arch, Colin. Let's talk about them guys real quick. Um, Texas A&M. Obviously they had a first game, big loss to Ohio State, which is nothing to scoff at. But then you go in lose to you gonna have to have a tough game against UTEP. Then you have a tough game against Florida. Which is kind of especially in the down year for Florida, which is not great. If you know what I'm saying. Then you go have a tough game against Kentucky, the worst team in the SEC. Go have another close game with Mississippi State, who has been tough this year. Then you go have a close game with number 9 Vandy at the time, which was great. Texas looked like a playoff team then. Went up big in the first half, and you know allowed them to come back. If the offside kick or if the offside kick would have been covered, I believe Texas would have lost that game, in my opinion. But you know, it's all right. Next week, I think it's next week. They have number 5 Georgia. That's going to be a big game to test what Texas really is. If they're really a playoff team, or they're just getting all the right wins at the right moments. They beat number 6 at the time, Oklahoma, which is a great win. John Mateer was coming off that injury though, but Georgia, would be a great test. As much stuff as I talk about Arkansas offense is one of the best, if not the best, in the SEC. Behind a good, good quarterback in Taylor Green, I'll say that. And I think that'll be a tough game. But Texas defense, I think they will show up. Um, I think they win that game though against Arkansas. Then they will have Texas A&M number 3. Good old Texas rivalry week. Um, I think Texas wins that game. Not Texas. I think Texas A&M wins that game. I see that Texas is the favorite for that game for some reason. I don't know why. Even though Texas A&M has looked absolutely dominant this year, but you know they give Texas a little benefit of the doubt because they have Arch and name value, but I don't think they will make the college football playoffs. Now, if they win out, that's a different story, obviously. But I don't think they will win out, in my opinion. Let's see. Chances of making the playoffs is higher than Notre Dame's at 51, but I think they'll lose to Georgia. They'll beat Arkansas, and I think Texas A&M will win. And if that happens, they have a 63 chance of making the playoffs, which is kind of crazy to me. You feel me? It's kind of crazy, but that's what being in the SEC gets you, man. It gets a little leeway. Um, well, let's talk about Oklahoma. Let's talk about Oklahoma. They've been a big mixed bag this season as well. Who they have? the rest of the season. They have Oklahoma has a. As I'm looking at it, Oklahoma has a 32% chance of making the playoffs. Wow, wow. Um, let's see. They have a tough game against Alabama, which I see why. I think Alabama will win that game. Have another tough game against Mizzou. I think Oklahoma edges that out. Then they have another tough game against. Well, not tough. They have another tough game again. Well, yeah, I'll say it's tough because it's SEC, right? Well, I say Oklahoma beats LSU, and then they will have a 54% chance of making it. So as I'm looking at it, Oklahoma is going to be a tough time getting in the playoffs. But if they want to get into the playoffs, they're most likely going to have to win out, and I don't see that happening. As this Alabama team is, look better and better every week since that FSU loss. So I don't see them making it. And Utah at number 13, see their path to the playoffs. Utah has a 28% chance of making it. And I do believe they will win out their remaining games. Would it make the Big 12 championship? I don't know. I got to look at the BYU and Texas Tech schedule. I think Texas Tech and BYU both have losses on their schedule. If I'm losses in conference play, if I'm not mistaken. Um, but yeah, I think if they won out, they would be in the conference championship game. So I'm just testing it. Uh, Utah number 13. Utah is right now. Utah has 2 losses in conference play, so it will be an uphill battle for them to make it to the conference. So I'm gonna say they don't make the game, right? If they don't make the game, I don't think they will make the playoffs. They will have to get that 11th spot, which I don't think they would. But yeah, I don't think they would. So I don't see Utah making a push for the playoffs. Now Virginia, I could see Virginia making a push for the playoffs. They're in the ACC, who has been kind of weak this season, right? Clemson was expected to be a top 5 team in the country. Uh, they I don't want to say it, but they kind of shit the bed. You feel me? And Virginia has been the best team in the conference. They're 81 in conference. I mean, they're 5-0 in conference play. The only undefeated team in the ACC. They don't have a particularly tough schedule coming up. They have Wake Forest, Duke, and Virginia Tech, which I do believe they will. I think Duke is a tough game. I think Duke is a tough game, but I expect Virginia to win that game. If I'm wrong, y'all come and get me. But um, they would make the championship against I don't know who, maybe Georgia Tech. Because Georgia Tech, they just have to win their next 2 games against Boston College and Pitt. Then they play Georgia, which that doesn't matter in conference play. But do I think they'll beat Georgia Tech? That's a toss-up game. But that game is probably the most important of the conference championships because if Virginia don't win that game, they won't make it at all. And I think if Georgia Tech if they don't win that game, they won't make it either. So it's ACC, man. This has been terrible this year. Miami, they falling out, doing what they do. Clemson, doing what they did. It's a tough year for the ACC and Louisville as well. I don't see them making a push for the conference championship, but they're a pretty good team. Um, who else? Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt could still make the playoffs. I think they could. They will have to win out, and that means they will have to beat Tennessee. I don't think they'll beat Tennessee, but that could really, if they beat Tennessee, I think making the playoffs that would be easier. But I don't think they'll beat Tennessee. So I don't see Vandy making the playoffs. Let me see who else. Georgia Tech, we already spoken to them. I don't see them making the playoffs. Miami, I don't see them making the playoffs. USC, heard somebody say USC has a chance to sneak in, which they don't because they will have to win out, and I don't see them beating Oregon. Um, yeah, 3% chance to make it. Iowa, I don't see Iowa making the playoffs either. Obviously, they won't have a spot in the Big Ten championship. Michigan, they won't make the playoffs. But let's talk about the group of five teams I see making it. The group of five teams, we got James Madison, who's can make it. If they win out, they will make their conference championship game. They have a high percent chance of winning that, getting that 12 spot. Uh, James Madison, they're in the. I forgot what conference James Madison in. 1 second. Are they in the American Conference as well? Oh, they're in the Sun Belt, I believe. Yeah, that's right. They're in the Sun Belt. So right now they're the only undefeated team in the Sun Belt East. Uh, they'll face University of Southern Miss. That would be a great game. But James Madison, if they finish out undefeated and win their conference, I think there's a high chance they make it. And let's see. And I think South Florida could still, I think South Florida could still make it as well. Let's see. I'm trying to find their schedule right now. South Florida, they started the season hot, beating the FSU. Then they went to Miami. Miami humbled them, but they got UTSA, Navy, and UAB the rest of the season. I think they won out. Uh, they're in the American Conference, so I don't know if they will make the championship, but I think they will. Let me look at it one more time. So, Navy, North Texas, South Florida, and Memphis are all 4-1, with Navy being 5-1. So, do they make their conference championship game? I don't think so, because they don't. Well, they play Navy. They have to be Navy. Then Navy and Memphis play each other. So yeah, if they won out, they will make the conference championship game. I think they'll win it as well. And they will easily make the playoffs if they win it. But that's my pick. So who's gonna make it for the group of five? I really hope James Madison. I always like James Madison. I hope they win it and make the group of five playoffs. Obviously, do I think they can win? Uh, ugh. That's a no. But it is what it is. Talked about talked about Washington. A lot of Washington got a lot of hate, because it was because of Ohio State hate. Washington is a good football team. It's a good football team. Their only losses, I think, are to Ohio State and Indiana, I believe. But it's okay. Pitt's been pretty good this year. They play Georgia Tech later in the season. Georgia Tech has to win that game. Tennessee, another another disappointing year for Tennessee. I admit. Um, I expected them to do better. Well, they played a great game against Georgia. Obviously, they didn't come out on top of that game, but uh, they have a, I wouldn't say easy schedule, but they have a modest schedule. They have New Mexico State left, and they have Florida and Vanderbilt left. I think they won out, but 9-3, that's not going to get you in college football playoffs. So yeah, I think everybody, you know, I think everybody from 1 to 13 has a chance to make it. Obviously, with a mix of group of 5 teams, Jay and Madison, Memphis, North Texas, Navy, they also have a chance to make it. But yeah, any other team outside of the top 13, maybe 14, I don't think they have a chance to make the playoffs. Especially the way those top 12 teams have been playing. BYU and Texas Tech, whoever wins that game, I think they'll drop down a little and maybe they'll slip out. But most of these games, I see the higher seed winning. Maybe that's me being dense, but yeah, I see a interesting playoff coming up. Very interesting playoff coming up. Something very different than what we was expecting early in the year. You can go back and look at early episodes, man. We were pretty wrong, man. I said Clemson would be a contender, and they were not. But Indiana, Ohio State, Texas A&M, Bama, uh, you could throw Georgia in there, and I think those 5 teams are the teams that's really going to compete for a national championship this year. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I just wanted to get on here. We're gonna hopefully we have the big show tomorrow. I don't know. Um, have to get with the guys about that. But yeah, man, it's been great. Had pretty fun talking about just college football again. It was great. Um, yeah, man. Hopefully, we can get all the guys here tomorrow. We can do the big show where we talk about everything. And it's been the 80 and 2 show. The host Cam. Appreciate my guy Dewan tuning in for a bit. Helping me out. And make sure you like, you comment, you subscribe, you share, send it to your mama, your dad, your uncle, whoever. Make sure they see this. If they like it, you know, we love it. If they like it, we love it, man. So, we're gonna do big things here at the 82 show. Once we get back consistent, I say we was gonna be we all say we're gonna be consistent, man. We gotta get right to it. So appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you tune in if we go live tomorrow, but we'll always be live Wednesdays or Thursdays, either one, man. But hopefully we can get consistent, get on one day, Wednesday, like we all agreed on. And yeah, man. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good one. Be safe.